friends, welcome again to your own YouTube channel Ask Your Gynecologist. I am Dr. Sonal Parihar. As usual, I have come back with a new video for you all today. As you all must be watching, we have started with a series of infertility videos. That is how to get pregnant. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, so many parts have come. Now we have come to the end of the series and now we will be discussing what is the assisted reproductive techniques, right? So when a couple, after taking medications and after doing a normal intercourse together, if they're not able to get pregnant, then the doctor has to help, and that help is called assisted reproduction. There are two types of assisted reproductions. One is IUI, that is intrauterine insemination, and the other one is IVF, that is in vitro fertilization. So now today in this video we'll be discussing only IUI, and that is a very simple procedure. We'll be just discussing going through that. Before I start with the topic, I would just thank you all for the wonderful response that you've given to the channel. It has grown very well. That means you're all liking my videos too much, right? Thank you very much. DocWise app is an application through which you can connect with me. Many patients even outside India are connecting with me daily. It is an online application through which we can consult each other. You can send your reports to me. I can send you voice message. I can send you prescriptions as well. I can even give you a call if you have a valid Indian number. I cannot call you as an international call because international calls are not yet valid in this application. But otherwise, it's a wonderful app. You can download it from your mobile's Play Store, and then it will ask for the PIN through which you can connect with the doctor, and it is me who will be connected to you directly. So don't be confused that who is answering the questions. It is always me because this particular application is in my mobile. Okay. Other than this, you can consult with me on the live chat. I go live every day on this channel, you know that, and I try to answer most of the questions which are asked on the other channel as well. The other channel is Dr. Sonal's Answers. Now this is a channel in which I was answering all the questions. Now I have switched over to this channel, so you can basically write your questions everywhere, either there or here, and you can get your answers every day in the live session. But of course only the general questions. I do not answer the very personal questions. If you want a very personal question to be read out and answered on the live chat, of course in the live chat I cannot give you prescription, but I can discuss your problem. I can read out your report in case you want to do that. So in that case, there are two options. You either do a super chat. Now super chat is only done when I'm live. So when you click on the button of super chat, the YouTube will tell you how much amount you have to pay. You have to use your card. The minimum amount is ₹40 in Indian currency, and then depending upon the kind of question and the length of your question, the YouTube will keep directing you how much you have to pay. So as soon as you do that, the question will flash on the screen and I will be answering that in the live session there itself. You don't have to wait for the next day. The other option is, in case you have Paytm facility, if you are sitting in India, then this is the number. You can do the Paytm, just ₹100 Indian currency, and then you get the answer of your personal question in the live chat itself. Okay, so DocWise app is the only application which allows you to get a prescription and get be in conversation with me for 2 days or even 6 to 7 days, depending upon which package you have taken. But the other things are just for the live chat. Right? Apart from this, I've got other portals like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook pages. Please do not type your questions now there because it's very difficult for me to see all the portals and gather the questions and then answer them daily. Okay, so stick to YouTube, and it's very easy, I guess, because you're watching the videos, you can always write a question. Okay, so coming back to the topic, intrauterine insemination. As the name indicates, it means we are injecting the semen of your partner directly inside the uterus using a very thin plastic pipe. Okay, now why is it done? It is done in couples in which we feel that they are not able to conceive naturally. Probably we expect, we don't know, but we kind of presume that probably the sperms in the semen are not strong enough to travel the entire passage from the vagina to the cervix and to the uterus. So we try to bypass that passage and we just clean the semen which is from your partner, clean it so that it is free of all the unwanted material, the fructose and other things, the sticky materials. We don't want that because we do not want you to have a chemical reaction or a vasovagal reaction. So what we want is, just like in normal intercourse, when you have sex, the semen comes out, it flows out of the vagina. It is only the sperms which have to travel up, right? So this is exactly what we do in IUI. We take your partner's semen, we centrifuge it takes about 1 hour to wash it, and then we just take 1 ml of the sperms only, which are mixed in a 1 ml medium, which is good for the sperms. So just 1 ml of this liquid is injected inside your uterus through the pipe. It is not painful because it just needs an examination for about 2 minutes. Just like you go to a gynecologist, you lie down on the bed in the lithotomy position, and in the same position the doctor puts a speculum. That is it. Puts a speculum and puts that particular thin catheter inside you. That might give you a little crampy pain, because when something goes inside the body, that is just a little crampy pain for 2 minutes, and then the doctor will inject just 1 ml of that liquid. So that is not crampy at all. It is not going to travel in your abdomen because it is just 1 ml. It is not like HSG. HSG, hysterosalpingography, is very painful because in that case we have to see the dye traveling through the tube. So we have to inject 20 ml of that big ampule inside you. So that is very crampy because the entire dye goes inside the abdomen, and that is crampy. IUI is not crampy at all. Just for 2 minutes, if you can bear the pain, that is it. Very simple procedure, non-invasive. It is done as step 1 of ART, that is assisted reproductive techniques. So when we actually opt for IUI, we tell you that we are going to assist you just like in normal intercourse. The tubes have to be open. Only then you can conceive, because the difference between IUI and IVF is in IUI the tubes have to be open, because it is through the tubes that the egg is going to come from the ovary, and we are just injecting the sperm right at the uterus, so that we bypass the passage from vagina to cervix to the uterus, and from there the sperm has to do its own job. It has to travel into the tube, fertilize the egg, bring it back, and then get implanted in the uterus. So you need to have normal tubes. Moreover, it is not invasive. There is no operation required. There is no anesthesia required, no bed rest, no hospital admission. So it is much better and much cheaper than IVF. So IVF we are going to discuss in the next video, because it is for patients who have tried everything. All the resorts have been tried, and now this is the last resort. Okay. So coming back to IUI, it is not painful, as I said. It does not require bed rest. You can travel after IUI. Many patients ask me, ma'am, can I go and can I travel? Can I ride a bike? Can I ride a bus or a train? Yes, you can. You can do your daily activities just like you do after a normal intercourse. It might be a little bit of crampy pain there. There might be a little bit of crampy pain the whole day, depending upon the media that has been injected inside you and the liquid that I'm talking about. And some patients might react to that particular liquid. That is why we ask you to lie down in the hospital for just 10 to 15 minutes, because whatever reaction has to occur, that will happen in 10 to 15 minutes after injecting the sperms inside. So after that, you are fit and fine. You can go, you can do exercise, you can do yoga, but yes, please restrict yourself. Do not go for strenuous exercise, heavy exercise, because when you're trying to conceive, you don't want anything to get dislodged inside. Okay? Even for patients who are trying to conceive naturally, I would tell them, do not do vigorous gym. Yes, you might have done it before, but don't do it now, because now you're trying to conceive. Normal exercises, yoga, traveling, everything is allowed. Okay? Now, what is the success rate of IUI? Well, I would say it is not very high. It is even lower than IVF. It is just about 10 to 15%. Now that too in patients, in women who are less than 35. If they are above 35, the rate comes down to 10%. And if they are above 40, it comes down even lower to 2 to 5%. Okay, so the rate is not very high because we are basically just bypassing the passage from the vagina to the uterus. This is all, as I told you just now, we are not doing anything special about it. We are just trying to inject the sperm inside and just cutting short the distance that it has to travel. Okay, so the success rate is just 10 to 15%. Now, how many follicles and how many sperms are required? When we do a ovulation induction on you, obviously IUI has a better result if we do ovulation induction. In natural cycle, when you are just releasing one ova, one egg every month, obviously the chances of IUI and you getting pregnant with IUI, the success rate is very low. So we give you ovulation induction medicines in the form of tablets, injections, and you tend to ovulate maybe 3, 4 or 5 follicles. This is what we want, because the more the number of follicles, more successful the IUI will be. And if you actually see the benchmark, 3 to 4 follicles should be there before you do an IUI. Now the side effect of that is that you might end up having a multiple pregnancy, like twin pregnancy, triplet pregnancy, but these are the side effects, the negative points of ART. This happens in IVF also, but this risk has to be taken because we want to give you the best result. You're spending your money, you're already very upset because you're not able to conceive, and if you don't do it properly, if you don't give your ovulation induction medicines, and we do not form 3, 4, 5 follicles, then what is the point of doing an IUI? So at least 3 to 4 follicles, more then okay, that is even better. And the semen quality, as I said, we have discussed in the previous 2 videos, the sperms have to be at least 15 million per ml. That is the WHO criteria. So basically when we wash the semen, we get all the unwanted material removed. In that case, sometimes the counts also sometimes come down. Say if it was 20 million initially, it might come down to 18 million or 17 million. So initially before washing, the sperm should be, at least the sperm concentration should be 15 million per ml as written in the WHO criteria, because after washing it will slightly go down. So if it is 15 initially, it is good, and if it is between 20 to 30 or more, that is even better. Okay. Now, when do you get the symptoms of pregnancy? Many patients ask me, ma'am, when will I get pregnant? I just had an IUI, say 10 days back. Well, see, it will take its own time. Just like after intercourse, it takes time. It takes around 14 to 15 days before you get the pregnancy test positive. Exactly in IUI, we are just injecting the semen inside, the sperm inside. So it will take its own time. It will go to the tube, it will fertilize the egg, it will bring it back after 4 days, get implanted. Then the hormone gets released in the body and you get pregnant. And you feel that you're pregnant, your pregnancy test comes back positive. So take it, make it a point that at least 2 weeks have to be given after IUI before doing a pregnancy test. Sometimes you might feel that you're pregnant already. Now this is because of the high progesterone level, and this is because we give you progesterone to support the pregnancy. Now many people ask me in the live chat also, somebody asked me, why are the symptoms of PMS, premenstrual syndrome, same as pregnancy? Now that is all because of one particular hormone, that is progesterone. Progesterone goes high in pregnancy. Progesterone is high when you are just about to have your menstrual cycle, in the second phase of your menstrual cycle. That is why you get all that bloating and headache and giddiness and irritability. It is the same in IUI. In IUI also, in IVF also, we give you lots of progesterone to support the pregnancy, and you might have those faint symptoms of pregnancy even though you are not yet pregnant. Okay. Now, what is the miscarriage rate after IUI? Well, it is higher as compared to a woman who has not had any treatment. Any normal woman has a chance of aborting a pregnancy 1 out of 4, that is 25% chance of aborting a pregnancy. So that is quite normal for you to have 1 abortion in your entire lifetime. So that's okay. But for patients who are seeking treatment, whether it's just medicines, whether it's IUI or IVF, the miscarriage rate is higher as compared to a normal woman. Okay, so you have to be very careful. I want to tell you, the patients who actually conceive after IUI or even after ovulation induction, they get a sonography done, follicular monitoring, and the pregnancy test comes back positive. I've seen many patients sitting at home, very happy, okay, I've conceived, now I do not want to go to the doctor. I do not need to go to the doctor. Don't do that. It is a big mistake, because your pregnancy is weak. Your pregnancy, obviously your body had some problem, that is why you sought help from the doctor. Now that you are pregnant, if you sit at home, you are most likely going to abort. Okay, so please make it a point that as soon as the pregnancy test comes back positive, go and inform your doctor, whoever you want. You do not want to go to your doctor who has done your IUI or IVF because she was too far away. You can go to a local doctor, start medicines, because you have a chance of abortion more than a normal woman. Okay. Now, what are the chances of twin pregnancy? As I just told you, we have to take this risk. The twinning and the tripleting, that is a double baby or a triplet baby, is more common when it comes to IUI and IVF as compared to a woman who conceives naturally without any medicines. Okay. Coming to the last question, that is, how do I improve my IUI success rates? Many patients ask me, ma'am, tell us the tips, tell us something, how do we improve the IUI success rate so that we get pregnant as soon as possible, because we had 2 or 3 cycles or 1 cycle of IUI, it was not successful. Well, I would just say keep yourself fit, as I always tell you, eat healthy, exercise daily, because if you are healthy, the eggs that are released will be healthy, right? Because if the egg is not healthy, even if it gets fertilized by the sperm, it might abort, it might not even come into the uterus, it might just go undergo a chemical pregnancy and go away. Right? So keep yourself fit, stick to the doctor that is treating you, reduce the tension that you are going through. The anxiety level should be low, because anxiety always creates a negative impact on any kind of treatment. Moreover, please stick to your doctor, obey her, tell her whatever problems you are facing and try and stick to one doctor. Don't keep jumping from one doctor to another, because that is something which I've seen happening. You don't get results in 3 months from one doctor, then you go to the other doctor, then you go to the other doctor. Now that wastes time. And any doctor, whoever you go to, will treat you from scratch, from day one, like from the very starting. You will be a new patient to her, right? She won't know what has happened in the past. Moreover, the other thing is, I would advise, please get at least 5 to 6 cycles of IUI before considering some other treatment or some other doctor, because whatever data, whatever success rates I'm quoting, 10 to 15%, they are all for at least 5 to 6 cycles. So if you just get 1 or 2 cycles of IUI done and then you ask, oh no, I'm not having the results, why is it failing again and again, what is the success rate of 1 IUI? We don't have the data, because nobody tells you the data of just one IUI. Right? So you have to get at least 5 to 6 IUI cycles. Moreover, some doctors practice double IUI in one cycle. So that is something that I would probably want you to know why we do that. Sometimes when we feel that the patient is comfortable coming back again and we feel that she's not getting IUI results even though she's ovulating very well, then we give you the chance of double IUI. What we do is we give you an HCG injection. Many patients might be knowing that. Whenever your follicle becomes 18 to 20 millimeters, we tell you that it is about to rupture. Now we are giving you an injection of human chorionic gonadotropin, and then we ask you to come back after 48 hours, because that is normally the schedule. 48 hours later, we assume that the egg will be ruptured, we check it through an ultrasound, and then we inject the sperms inside. That is IUI. So for a double IUI, we do not want you to come after 48 hours. We ask you to come after 18 hours of HCG injection. We don't do an ultrasound, we just do an IUI after 18 hours, because we assume that sometimes the egg ruptures before 48 hours. The injection might work quickly in some bodies, and we do not want to lose that chance, because if the egg ruptures quickly and it dies within 1 day, so by the time you come after 48 hours, the egg might be dead. So that IUI will go waste. So what we do is we give you an HCG injection, we call you after 18 hours and we do an IUI and send you back. And then we call you again after 18 hours, that is 36 hours from your HCG injection, we do an IUI again. We might do an ultrasound, we may not do an ultrasound, but this is called double IUI. So in case you can afford it, then you should get this done. This is the procedure in which we get better results of IUI. Okay, so that's it guys for today. If you have any question, you can always type it. Feel free to ask me. If it's a general question, I will definitely answer it in the live session. And thank you very much again for the tremendous response on the channel. Please like the video if you liked it. Please click the like button, share it and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.